Welcome to the Mixt Nutz Positive Podcast, everyone. Today we've got Pat Monahan.
Hello.
Quincy and Patrick Monahan. And Peter St James. Right, so let's get off with some good news. It's no longer minorities being oppressed, they're doing the oppressing. So what's going on? AFD in Germany.
Go on. AFD, Quincy, I thought...
AFD, is that the German version of Reform?
Yeah, I thought it was a sofa company.
That's what I did, yeah.
No, you're right, it's quite serious, isn't it? It's like a right-wing party, like you said, like Reform, and the leader is Alice Weisel, and she's actually... lesbian.
Lesbian.
Which shouldn't make a difference what your sexuality is.
Sri Lankan partner.
Yeah, with a Sri Lankan partner.
And I want to know what kind of skin tone of Sri Lankan is she? Is she dark? Is she bleached?
She's kind of, she's not the lightest. She's definitely not the master race.
So so what do her voters think to that? I mean, that is mental, isn't it? That is like turning up to a vegan rally and your fella works in a local abattoir. He's just turned up with like slabs of meat just dripping off him, and he goes, "Hello, this is my fella. Here he is. He loves burgers."
Well, at least we know that I was saying once you go black, you don't go back. Goes both ways.
Yeah. It's crazy.
But it's interesting. What's going on? Because there's a lot of. There's our man, Mr. Grimes, in the GB News, who's also gay and very right-wing, not a big fan of immigrants. I mean, like a couple of years ago or a couple of decades ago, they would be on the receiving end of...
Oh, yeah.
A lot of hate mail, yeah. Do you know what? I reckon that it's a lot of these people have been jilted by people from immigrants. They've dated immigrants, and as it worked out, it's like, I don't like skinny West Indian women.
Vote for Quincy.
Because my heart was broken one time by one of them.
Really?
It was broken. So ever since then, I just date big West Indian women.
Another way we turned it into an ethnicity: skinny women versus bigger women. These are the two races.
It's actually do you know what? I like to know if her partner, when she does the rallies, because most partners, when you go, you're there for support your partner. I want to know, like, does she lock the door? Is she in the back and she's like, let me know when you finished?
Do you know what it is? Her partner probably turns up and her partner's like waving, like blowing kisses, and then if everyone else spots her, she's all going, I don't know who that woman is. I don't know if she's blowing kisses at or not, she's just pretending. She's like, don't wave at me.
This is, it's happening. I mean, like JD Vance, his other half is of Indian extraction. Suella Braverman and Priti Patel don't like people with brown skin, although they've got brown skin. It's what's going on?
Well, do you know what it is? It's where these people are grown up and born. And I think the problem is a lot of these people, like whoever, Suella Braverman or whoever, or even this Alice Weisel or Darren Grimes, they're born in that country and they take on all them values, but then they forget that they also have roots in different places, and also the world is so small now, globalization. Right, but it's hilarious where they do forget, their roots and stuff and where they come from. But also the fact is that they do this thing where, look, sexuality should not come into anything into your politics, same as your race. It's the same thing. I couldn't give a monkey's what your nationality is or what your
bestiality
is. Oh, bestiality. Yeah. All right, then, bestiality.
You're right. I think it's more ideologies. It's people's mindsets now over race and gender and that kind of stuff.
That's
worse.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy. Look, what you want your politicians, your local councils to improve the services. You want to make sure the schools are better. I want my bin collected regularly. I want the recycling. I couldn't give a monkey's whether they have or alteration. Just make sure the bins are collected. It's not like
there you go. Yeah, and my council tax isn't down.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gone sky high.
Yeah,
I don't give a carpet you money.
I think the thing is though with younger people though, they're more militant, aren't they? With like gay rights and trans rights, and I suppose they are rebelling against like the old politicians, old establishment.
But they all died off years ago. It's hilarious, isn't it? The young people, which, listen, it's great, the young people are very vocal about stuff, which is brilliant. But the problem is the young people need to realise that, it is we've already had to deal with all that years ago. We dealt with all that decades ago, so that you didn't have to.
Yeah, I think the problem is though, the young, they won't listen.
Yeah.
They'd rather just cut you off. They won't engage. You know, they've made their decision and that's it, and they won't listen to what.
You find that in most marriages as well. Most marriages.
Yeah. They've been in marriage and they'll realise. This is something that I always find fascinating, is that nowadays people are so vocal about everything, like, and particularly young people or whatever, or you know, which is great. But a lot of these people wouldn't survive in 1982. If we put them back in 1982 and they were doing that, they'd last about 3 minutes, and they'd be like, they'd be in the corner, just like in a ball of sweat, crying, going, "What is going on? Why is no one listening to me? Why can't I record this and make it viral?" It's like, because it's, you had nowhere to run. You had to just stand up for yourself. But I think it's beautiful that they're doing this now. You know, that they're still passionate.
All right. Well, so going from one bad guy to another, the classic bad guy faces James Bond, but he's not going with his original company anymore. He's gone to Amazon.
Yeah, that's the death of James Bond, mate.
Really? Yeah.
He's gone to Amazon, you know what I mean? It's like, we're going to have to wait now for season 2 to come out. And when it comes out, it's thrown against the frigging side of the road.
You might have to wait season 2. I've got Amazon Prime. I'll get it tomorrow. I'll get it in the morning. I haven't actually. My missus got Amazon Prime. I'll just get it off her. No, but I know what you mean. The problem is with Amazon, it's not like the problem is they're going to make 38 episodes of the same because it's Amazon. It's not normal TV. It's not like they're going to go, we'll make one movie every 6 years. They're going to make one movie every 6 weeks.
EastEnders. It's going to be James Bond EastEnders. Yeah. That's what it's going to be. He's just going to be
crazy. Every character is going to.
Like I said, I only want to see if Moneypenny and James Bond actually get together.
Oh yeah.
I watched that 8 seasons.
Oh, that will happen.
Because she's been flirting for so many films.
Yeah, but hasn't she? Do you know what the funny thing is? She's didn't she get older, but he sort of got younger? Because do you remember? Wasn't it like?
Yeah, you won't.
The original Money, and then wasn't Moneypenny one of them like Judi Dench or something? It got to that point. Oh no, she was M.
She was M. Yeah, she was M for MILF.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just Amazon, and it's kind of weird that they sold it, considering that Idris Elba was going to be it.
Yeah,
it could have been it.
Oh yeah, for people watching, Quincy's best mate at school was Idris Elba.
yeah.
Have you ever talked to him about it? What did he say?
Yeah,
did he turn it down?
He asked me what I thought about it. And I said, I don't think that the world's ready for a dark-skinned James Bond.
No,
not ready.
Yeah.
What did he say? What did he say to that?
What did he say to that? What could he say? That was my opinion. I said, you can't just give him Wesley Snipes, you know what I mean? You just got to start off with Chris Brown and Drake first and ease him in, mixed race, way up.
Yeah. How tall is Idris? He's about
6'2", about 6'4".
He's a big guy, isn't he? The only thing is, it'd be quite funny because if you look at James Bond in the past, they've always been like, they sort of that typical sort of white British looking guy, and then they always go to like Russia or they go to like somewhere where they're like sort of blend in. But could you imagine Idris Elba in like James Bond he's turned up to Russia as a secret agent, blended. He's like this big tall.
I told him, I said he's a secret agent and he solves crimes in parts of the world. You don't really see a lot of black people.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So you'll be spotted from a while.
Yeah, but I think he'd be brilliant in it. I think if anything, Amazon might. Did he turn it down or would he do it?
It was no comment.
Probably turn it down. Yeah.
No comment. Well, if he was it, you know what I mean. Well, I mean, after watching him in Mandela.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it was alright. Did you notice when he played Mandela when he came out of prison? I did say to him, is there a fitness first in that? Mandela was hench. Robin Island, was there a fitness person there, blood?
Yeah, exactly. Do you remember because when you saw it on the news, Mandela was walking out, he's going, oh my god, sunshine, where is what? He just is coming out doing his star jumps and bloody, burpees, he's just walking along.
Who was your favourite, Peter, who was your favourite Bond?
I think Daniel Craig. Really? Yeah, I really liked him.
Sean
Connery.
Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Not his outside activities.
No.
But
What was his outside activities? What did he do?
Well, all I'm saying to you, right, if you put a white t-shirt on and a do-rag, you'd be a rapper.
Yeah, but I think the old school ones, Sean Connery and Roger Moore, I thought he was good.
Yeah. Them two, they can't be them two.
But
Daniel Craig is good.
Yeah, but Roger Moore wasn't a action hero because apparently he couldn't run.
Really?
So they
really?
Yeah. Apparently he sort of ran like this.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, so they had to get a stunt double in for him running. Yeah, he ran like a girl.
Oh, do you know,
Fine, we don't want to offend any of our girl viewers out there.
Yeah.
Running like
I
a girl.
wonder if he ran like the EDF. There's EDF, the German lady.
oh yeah, Alice Weiser.
Alice Weiser. She ran like Alice Weiser.
Alice Weiser. Do you know, I did warm up for Paul O'Grady for a TV show years ago when it was on, and he was such a lovely guy. And I remember they had everyone on, like Lady Gaga, whoever was on. And I remember you'd be backstage before you going on, you had to go on, and they'd just be like literally a couple of yards away. And I remember, and they're very pleasant. I remember one time I was in the corridor coming from the back of the studio just there, and Roger Moore came, James Bond had come out, and he'd obviously retired at that point, and he was walking up, and oh my goodness, literally, like when women go to like them department stores and they put makeup and they go like this, they smack their head, and he literally had all this makeup, and but you could see him glowing. He was like as he walked towards it, but one of the nicest people you could meet. I was just stood there like that, and he went, "Hello, young man." He said, "Very well done." Because obviously they've seen you do stand up, doing your warm up, whatever you do, stand up with the crowd. And he went, "Very good, that was very nice, well done, young man." And he shook my hand and I thought, "This is bloody James Bond." I went, "Oh, thanks." And I thought, "How nice is that?" What a pleasant guy.
A friend of mine was in the original production of Aspects of Love, Andrew Lloyd Webber's, and Roger Moore was supposed to play the lead, and they did a dress run, and apparently he was really good, but he lost his bottle, and he wouldn't do it. He left.
Really?
Yeah. And they said it was such a shame because he would have been so good.
Oh yeah, he seemed like
because he used to be
such a down to earth.
He used to be a rehearsal pianist and stuff because he was married to Dorothy Squires, who was a big cabaret star like Shirley Bassey, and he was her pianist.
Yeah, it's funny because when you see these people, because like you said, when you see him on screen, they come across as like this big powerful character. But when you see him in real life, he was not tiny, but he wasn't. But it wasn't like normally they'd be massive big, and he was like, he looked like maybe your obviously because he's old at that point, like your granddad, but just, you'd think this guy couldn't have stopped 7 Russians or whatever, it's like, there's no way,
Yeah, and you did not run across those crocodiles.
Yeah, oh yeah, exactly.
Do you know what? As you said, if he ran like a girl, I can see him running across them crocodiles like that.
Yeah.
We just like to say to our viewers, it doesn't matter how you run because it's what's inside that counts.
Exactly. And can I just say what an interesting point though about this? So basically, everyone was like going, "Oh my God, Amazon are going to buy James Bond," and everyone's going, "Oh my God, it's going to ruin all this." But do you know that I only heard this yesterday, a couple of days ago, that basically the reason why the Broccoli sold James Bond, do you know why? Because the rights were going to end in 5 or 10 years. Because when Ian Fleming wrote it, you're only allowed to have it for so long before it becomes public domain. So they sort of cashed in with 10 years to go. And then what they're doing now is Ian Fleming bloody wrote Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yes, that's right.
How did he? I was like, what? How have you written James Bond, this womanizer who goes around, and then to like some guy that goes around and collects kids in a van?
I don't know if you realised that Ian Fleming wrote James Bond in Jamaica.
No, was he?
He wrote it in Jamaica, yeah.
What?
And obviously, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Have you seen the cars in Jamaica?
What? They just fly? They just like that?
It just made it anything. Just a bit of patty.
Oh, so it's like that, and then the crank shaft and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, man, we can make that.
Yeah, why? So was the inspiration from being in Jamaica then?
Yeah, well, Noel Coward bought his house. It was called Goldeneye.
What, in Jamaica?
Jamaica, yeah.
God.
Known in the dancehall scene as Needle Eye.
Really?
That's for the black folk.
Needle Eye.
Find out in the nearest reggae YouTube near you.
Yeah.
Speaking of YouTube, Right, we've got
See what I did
India's,
there?
India's YouTube sensation is, I guess, a version of Indian Kill Tony. What's happened there? What's the story with this man?
Yeah, so basically first of all, I want to know, like, where was his mindset to come up with this question? So the question...
I've got it here, the question.
Yeah, what was the question?
It's saying, would you rather watch your parents have sex every day for the rest of your life or join in once and stop it forever?
See, those kind of questions there, I have to question my friendship with those individuals. I was like, you know,
What? How have you come to these options?
yeah, what
More
options?
options.
That means he's thought of it.
Yeah.
I want to see his parents.
Yeah, I think they are.
Yeah. Bollywood porn stars. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But what gets me is the fact is that that's just something like a childhood, a school playground stuff. Do you remember, like, people just go, yeah, what would you rather have, like your on the back of your foot or on your forehead? And it's like, well, what other options? They go, it's got to be one or the other. And
so the backlash gets, so is there difference? I've been in India and
Have you done bad jokes in India?
no, it was actually what I found with their take things, obviously religion, the gods.
Yeah.
Because I found out there's about 1,000 of them.
Oh yeah, isn't it? Yeah.
So the difference he was getting, were like anything religious?
No,
From a religious aspect.
Normal difference.
No, from a religious aspect.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are a bit more
because it broke family values. It was anti-establishment, I suppose, maybe. Like
So they were looking through parts of religious doctrine and saying, what part did you say you sleep with mine?
So yeah, that's.
If he's Hindu, he can come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever done jokes that have gone down really badly or caused you a lot of problems?
I've done one joke in my early career.
Yeah.
And it went off. It didn't go across as it. I made the mistake of saying it to friends and family, and they all bust up laughing.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you talk amongst your peer group, it doesn't transform on stage.
Yeah.
And it was at a time where Peggy Mitchell was going through breast surgery.
Yeah.
Breast cancer.
Yeah.
And I made a joke about that. And what I was met with in the room, it was like, okay then. Was
this at a
Patsy Junglers.
Oh wow.
How'd you deal with that? Would you just move on quickly to the next joke, or would you just?
I said sorry. Apologise.
So was it actually? She was actually having real life.
No. In her character.
Oh, her character. That's all right.
Is this the days before online problems?
Yeah. I think that I would have been.
That'd be the end.
I'd have been cancelled then.
Yeah.
I'd have been cancelled.
Well, yeah.
Pat, ever you done any crazy?
Yeah, I've always done stuff where, do you know what? And I've always found that the end of the day is, look, I'm not controversial at all, but the thing is, I've noticed that as soon as you mention topics, that the audience get offended on behalf of other people for it. Like, for instance, I remember I've done stuff about the Middle East, or I've done stuff about ethnicity, or whatever. But I remember, do you remember when there was this huge thing a few years ago in London where it was black on black gun crime? There was this huge thing that, do you remember? I think it was like a decade ago. It was like black on black. Yeah, last week. No, but it was huge. It had broken out this thing. There was a black on black crime. And I remember I was going out to a gig in Bristol or something. I'd gone out to London and I forgot that the rest of the UK doesn't get the same news or whatever. And I went black on black crime. I said, oh, it's crazy. I said, the easiest way to sort that is just if one of the black gangs just hire a white hitman. And then it'd be easier. And then you've got that. And obviously when I'd done that in London, like, you know, people like, but this was like a white audience and they were all just looking at me. It's a joke though, but this is a joke because then you can't, because you're going to confuse them. They'll be like, hang on a second, because they develop these, and I didn't realise, I thought, oh, they don't get it because they don't understand, you know, this.
I remember this is recently, when we found out the king had cancer. And it was all over the news, isn't it? Because I talk topical. You know,
same as Catherine or whatever.
Yeah, so it was in the news, and I gigged that Friday, the morning it came out, and I walked on stage with a drink. I went, God save the king.
Oh no.
And I was met with stares from geezers.
Yeah.
I was met with stares with geezers, and that was like, Oh, that was a bit close to the bone, that was, wasn't it? I was like, you don't even like the Kings, shut up.
I know, yeah, exactly. And they would be the ones that'd be slagging him off.
Yeah.
Oh, he never does anything for us. And then as soon as
It's not with you.
Yeah, exactly.
I only like him because he slipped one of the 3 degrees.
Yeah. Really?
What?
Allegedly. Yeah, allegedly.
Is that true?
Yeah.
What?
Allegedly.
But they were his favourite group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peter, have you ever said or done anything that's caused you a lot of hot water?
Well, not joke-wise, because I can't tell a joke to save my life. So I've been...
You sent an email that got you in trouble?
Nothing that I can think of, no. I'm a good boy, I am.
Yeah, but have you never said anything that someone's gone, oh, you can't say that? Because
Yeah,
I've had that.
yeah,
I've been
probably
brought
lots
up
of
that.
times.
Because
Lots
I've
of
met you,
times.
look, we're not offensive at all, but I've said things where you've chatted and people are going, you can't say that. And you go, well, why could you not say that? It's not going to offend anyone. It's always people get offended on someone else's behalf, where they think, and and if anything, it's the, I think, and also you got to remember, in this day and age, or same as, for us, performers, comedians, if you're saying something on stage, you're clearly you're clearly not going to be a homophobic, sexist, racist, because them days, you've got to stand on stage and do that now. That clearly shows that you're actually, it's the ones who do it behind closed doors. That's what you've got to worry about.
The ones that will do me were the ones where, if anything to do with race, and I get middle class people who speak up for it, I'm like, this is my argument? How dare you say the N-word? Sweetheart, this is my argument. I think I've got an opinion. No, you wait there. Wait there, just serve them.
Exactly.
I was on weekend. I was met with this. How would you react to this? Yeah. So I walked into the theatre. Right, big up Mansfield Palace Theatre. You've been there for amazing theatre. So I'm doing the gig. So I walked in, hosting the show, and staff met me. And then the first things, like, ladies, I don't know what it is. Something with a northern accent. It sounded a bit more like. She goes to me, "You got any bananas, have you?"
No, she didn't.
What? I walked. My second foot wasn't even in the theatre.
Stop it.
Got any bananas? I'm like, what?
No, she didn't.
Yeah. And then she went, yeah, because the performance the day after, is for a group of kids and they've got banana allergies. So we want to know just in case you've got bananas, we're up front. So I said to her, I said to her, don't you think you should have started off with that?
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
I mean, that is mental. Mansfield, though, to be fair to them, that is about 60 years behind everywhere else. And that's like East Midlands, or like almost on the cusp.
That was a great. I mean, we all laughed to joke after a while, but it was a great fear.
Again, we'd like to say is, apologies to anyone in Mansfield. I'm sure there's some good people in Mansfield.
I said it all love. It's all love. Great audience, great people.
Did her colleagues or friends, did they not say to her, pull her
That made it even worse because she was by herself.
Someone should have just come, Janice. Come on, Janice. We need to have a chat.
Sorry about that, love.
Come on.
Every now and again she gets a little racist Tourette's.
What?
From one person who doesn't say anything bad to Mr. Bad himself, Donald Trump. So we're saying that he's getting out of Europe with Ukraine and all that shenanigans. A lot of people, commentators, have been saying that's the end of Americanization. So you won't get the big American music. Everything's going to be all about the American culture. What do you guys think? Is that it? Are we going to be all listening to South Korean music over the next few years? And it's all going to be, and is it all going to be about other countries from now on? What do you think?
I think we've got enough sushis.
Oh yeah, I think I don't think there is any one high street that hasn't got any sort of mixed food for everywhere. But I think that the problem with Americanization, or whatever they call it, it's never going to die out, because we always, people will always take that. In the UK and around the world, we take it and we always make it better than what it is. I mean, there's more food chains in the UK, that American food companies, than there is here, but they're slightly healthier and better. If anything, Americans come in and go, oh my God, your fries, your American fries are actually better than our fries. And we go,
There's Popeyes here, isn't there?
Yeah, they've started. Yep, they've
Yeah,
started.
Popeyes, the chicken. Yeah, the chicken place. Yeah.
That's American, isn't it?
Nottingham, yeah.
I first heard of Popeyes, what part of the country, I heard of Popeyes from rappers. I'm like, what is these Popeyes? So yeah, do you know what? For health-wise, it's probably a good thing.
Yeah, exactly.
For waistline.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably a good thing.
Well,
Less salt.
everything, music, film, fashion. What do you think? They might be not as powerful as they used to be. Who knows? What do you think? I don't know.
So all the women now are going to walk around like geishas. Friday night.
Or we don't listen to, it's not all about them anymore. So it's not about their big American artists. It could be all about.
Yeah, but we say that, but look at what happens. Like, look at the American Super Bowl halftime. I mean, I've never watched an American football match in my life, but the Super Bowl, you see them clips, Kendrick Lamar, there's people all around the world doing that, even to this day now. And the Super Bowl wasn't even, was probably nearly a month ago now, or 3 weeks ago. There's still clips of people from Eskimos doing Kendrick Lamar dance right down to Scandinavia, right down to the South America, so that's typical America. You're not going to lose that.
I think we are witnessing the transfer of power, you know what I mean? So the days of the Chinese and the Koreans and Japanese are going to be, well, at least our computer systems will be up.
Yeah.
And if everything we do take from it, our train service would be better.
Yeah.
No more bus replacements.
Do you know, have you seen that map on, there was a really great thing about these world maps, you know where it went, have you seen the world map of food places, the world map of languages, the world map of density, the world map of trains, and the UK, the UK is only one of the only countries around the world that's actually got a proper train system. Loads of other countries are really struggling.
America.
Yeah, they just don't, because it was, I think it was steam trains or whatever was actually invented here in the UK. The first one was Darlington Stockton train line or whatever, 150 years ago. And then it's so many countries around the world just didn't, because most by that time, they'd
run out of slaves.
Yeah. Couldn't get people to work on a Sunday. Yeah. No, but then by then it was all like, oh no, we'll have cars, and people have cars, and then people went, are you mental? Have you seen the size of your country, like Canada, America, Brazil? Who's going to drive from one side to the other? We complain about driving from East London to West London. Yeah, where you might just jump on a train. But in terms of America, I think America will still always have an appeal. They'll always have an appeal around the world.
As long as they do reruns of certain sitcoms.
Well, they said you can get to be an American citizen for the small sum of $5 million. So,
$5 million?
And that gets you citizenship or a passport or some golden visa.
Why would you why? If you had £5 million, why would you waste your time buying a thing? Just go and buy a little island.
You could buy yourself into Parliament.
Yeah, exactly. And a castle for 600 grand up in Scotland, and you're done.
Sorry, Americans.
Yeah.
I love you, but the times are done.
Have you guys been to America?
Yeah.
Would you pay $5 million, Peter?
No, but I would love to spend some time out there. I would love to live in New York for 6 months or something. Yeah,
what were you doing out there?
Mainly holidays or visiting friends doing shows on Broadway.
Oh, nice.
I did get to perform out there in Philadelphia at Gilbert and Sullivan Festival.
Okay.
Yeah, Yeoman of the Guards.
And how was it?
Yeah, it was good fun.
Crowds are different.
Did they love your accent?
Well, it was a lot of English when I was there.
You're performing to English people.
Yeah, a lot of English people were there. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm quite fascinated with this special relationship between the British and the Americans, because it's clearly having a little tiff right now.
Yeah, they're panicking.
It's a strain. It's a strain. I want to know when that special relationship started, because my special relationships are equal.
Yeah.
What's the word? Equal.
Equal power dynamic. Power balance. Yeah.
Not like, you don't follow us, we're not your friend anymore.
They're in charge.
They're in charge. Yeah.
But do you know when apparently the reason why Britain and America were so close was because of Thatcher and Reagan. I only heard this the other day, where apparently it was because Thatcher was obviously right. She was right-wing conservative, and Reagan was obviously, is it Republicans, isn't it? They call it right-wing. And obviously there was probably a bit of flirting going on because apparently back then she was probably like quite young then, and he was like a bit.
I've seen her young now.
I've only seen it in The Crown, you know, with Gillian Anderson. Do you remember? Was it Gillian Anderson?
There isn't enough Stellas. There isn't enough Stellas you could drink.
Yeah.
Her daughter ain't that bad as goes. It was alright. Carol, was it Carol?
Which one?
Thatcher, her daughter.
Her daughter.
Oh, right.
God. We'll kick her out of bed.
Really? Yeah.
Okay, fine. Well, on that amazing.
She's not going to kick her out, but she's staying in bed.
I don't have burgers just to see what he's saying.
On that amazing recommendation, we're gonna call it quits on our Americanization.
And I do Pretty Patel. From behind.
Please tune in next time. This show was brought to you by TNK. Do check them out on tnkeuro.com, and we will see you next time. Goodbye for now.